We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India.
Welcome everyone to our online lecture series on fluid mechanics and hydraulic machines. Today we are into the second lecture of impact of jet. So before going into our new topics, we will revisit our few portion of our previous lecture. So this is the board work that we did in our previous lecture, and we began with introduction in which we studied about impulse momentum principle, and we derived impulse momentum equation, that is this F into dt is equal to derivative of mv. Then we also derived the formula for impact of jet, that is force exerted by jet, that is F is equal to rho a v square. Then we took a flat fixed vertical plate and we derived the same formula in detail. Then we went into impact of jet on fixed inclined plate with an angle, and we also derived the same thing, forces for this plate. The only difference between this vertical plate and inclined plate is here we need to deal with the normal force, horizontal and vertical force. So this is summary of our previous lecture. Now we will begin with our new topic. So the new topic is impact of jet on a hinged plate. First we will draw a figure and try to understand the arrangement of hinged plate. So initially the plate is kept vertical. And the meaning of hinge is that we have fixed this plate from vertical. So the meaning is this plate is fixed at the hinge and it can rotate. Okay, so this will be our flat plate and there will be a nozzle. Like this, and we can also draw an axis of the nozzle. Okay, these are the axes of the nozzle, and there will be one point, the point at which the jet will strike, that will be A. So this will be the point A where this nozzle will strike this, the jet will strike this plate, and this point A is currently at a distance of x. Okay, so this is the arrangement. To reiterate, here this plate is hinged, so the plate can only rotate, and this is nozzle, so out of this nozzle jet will come out and it will strike this plate and it will make this plate to rotate with an angle. Okay, now we will see what happens when the jet strikes this plate. So as you can see now that the plate is now at some angle. Nozzle will be at its own place, it will not get changed. So out of this water will come out, a jet, and it will go in this way. Okay, and if you remember, our previous point was this, that was A. Now the same point has been shifted to another location, which will be this, and we will call this as A prime. So this is the new location of point A in the plate, and we can also take another point. Let us say this point, which we will denote as point B. Okay, now we need to also see the angle. So let us say that this is the vertical line and this is the axis of plate. So let us say that this angle is theta. Again, this is the angle of the axis of the plate with the vertical direction. Okay, and this angle, another angle is there. So if we extend this and if we see axis of nozzle, then this angle will be taken as theta prime. So this angle was theta and this angle is theta prime. Now we will think of the forces which are acting. The force which is acting, one will be the weight force, that is W. Then one will be the normal force, which will be acting through this B. So this will be Fn. Fn force. Here the final velocity of jet, the final velocity will also be V, and here also exit will be V. And one more thing, that the x which was distance here, it will remain same for A prime, that is the distance this will be x till A prime, and the height, the overall height of this plate, this overall height will remain capital H, small h. Okay, so we are done with this figure. And one more point here, that this is point A here, and we can also have another point which is parallel to A prime, which is here. We will denote it as C. So to simplify, we are having, let us say that the hinge point is O. The previous point was A, that is this point. Then we are having A prime after rotation, that is, let us say A prime, and there is another point which is drawn here with this B, so this will be, this will be B. And I have added one more point which is C. If you see carefully, A prime and C are in the same line, and A and B are in the same line, and that is horizontal line, and O, C and A are in the vertical line, on the same vertical line. Okay, so this is the simple arrangement. And one more thing, that we can make a triangle out of this. Okay, I need to make some changes here. This will not be on the same vertical line. B will be here. So now we can finish the triangle. So as mentioned here, this angle was theta, that is this angle is theta, and this angle is theta prime. Okay, so we are done with this figure, and we will take this into presentation. So this is the way it will be working. Okay, let me take it again. Okay, so this will be our figure, and now we will go through nomenclature. V is the velocity of jet, h is the height of the plate, this h, green color h is the total height of the plate. Then W is the weight of the plate acting at CG of the plate. That is this point A, which is actually the center of gravity of this plate, and after this rotation the center of gravity has shifted from capital A to capital A prime, and this is the distance x of COG from the hinge point. That is, x is the distance of center of jet from the hinge O. Theta prime is the angle between plate and the jet. That is, theta prime is the angle between the plate and the jet, and theta is the angle between plate and vertical axis. You can see here it is between the plate and the vertical axis. Now when the plate is in equilibrium, after the jet strikes the plate, the moment of all forces acting on the plate about the hinge must be 0. So Fn multiplied by OB, if you see, Fn is the force which is acting at B point. That is, here Fn is acting here. Fn is acting here. So Fn is acting at a distance of capital OB. Okay, so Fn into OB, Fn into OB will be a moment which will be counterclockwise, minus W into CA prime. So W is acting here, this yellow color force, which is at a distance of CA prime. So W is acting here. And what is the distance? Distance is CA prime from the hinge. So this moment will be clockwise, that is W into CA prime will be the moment. That's why it is negative and all moments will be, summation will be 0. Now this formula, Fn is equal to rho a v square sine theta prime is taken from our previous theory. And here sine theta prime, instead of sine theta prime we have written 90 minus theta. That is quite clear from this triangle that if this is theta, this will be 90 degree and this will be theta prime. Then instead of theta prime we can write down 90 minus theta. So 90 minus theta and sine 90 minus theta is cos theta. So this is the value of Fn. So we have obtained the value of Fm now, which we can put here in this equation. So in this equation we will be putting Fn as rho a v square cos theta, and the remaining things are okay from this equation. And now instead of OB I have written OA divided by cos theta. Now from where it is coming? OB is equal to OA divided by cos theta. If you apply cos theta here, then you will obtain this from the trigonometry. And similarly, instead of CA prime, you can obtain OA sin theta exactly from the same triangle. You can obtain this. So I will leave it up to you to obtain this values of OB and CA prime. Now we can eliminate cos, and we can also eliminate OA. So we are left with rho a v square w sin theta. So sine theta will be rho a v square divided by w. That is the final answer of theta, obtaining the value of theta. So this is the end of this theory. Now we will move forward to our new theory, which is impact of jet on a moving plate. So now, from now onwards, plate will be moving. If you recall, in this figure we have fixed vertical plate, that is, the plate is not moving, only the jet is striking. So in our new case, we will consider this vertical plate to be also moving. So to understand this, we will draw one figure first. So to take a case of a moving plate, this will be our plate. Then we are having a nozzle. And water will come out of the nozzle and it will strike this plate. And the new thing out of in this entire theory is, as usual, this water jet will be moving with a velocity v, and this plate is moving with a velocity, let us say, u. So in previous case this was fixed, but now this plate itself is also moving with a velocity u. Now if we see in the relative frame, then now this is our plate, and the water which is striking after, we are now discussing about after striking the plate. So now you need to consider that the water cannot exit with the velocity v, because now the velocity with which it is exiting this will be different on both the sides, and that will be v minus u for both the sides. Okay, v minus u. So this is the simple explanation of this case. This is our plate. So we will copy this in our presentation. So this will be our arrangement for when the plate is kept vertical and moving along with the jet. Now we will calculate the forces. Now mass of water striking per second. which is equal to rho a into velocity with which the jet strikes the plate. We have already done this formula previously, so it is rho a v minus u. As the plate is also moving with the jet, so we need to take the relative velocity. That's why instead of simple v, we are having v minus u, that is the relative velocity. And impact of jet on moving plate in the direction of jet, which is fx. So it is mass of jet striking per second. Here typo is there, it is second. Okay, multiplied by initial relative velocity of jet minus final relative velocity in the direction of jet. So it will be rho a v minus u, which is same as here, and initial relative velocity is v minus u, and final velocity is written as u minus u. So here, after striking the plate, the jet is also moving with velocity u. So with respect to the plate, we don't have any form of velocity present. That's why it will become 0. To repeat, here after striking the plate, the jet is also moving with the velocity of plate. That's why there is no relative velocity after striking. That's why this term will become 0 and we will obtain this formula. Then work done by the jet on the plate, which is force multiplied by distance traveled by the plate divided by time. So it is fx multiplied by velocity of plate in direction of jet, which is u. So that is the end of that theory, that we need to evaluate fx value and w. Now our next theory is when the moving plate is inclined and moving along with the jet. So now we are taking a case which is similar to this, where previously this plate was kept fixed. This is inclined plate which is kept fixed. Now we are letting it to move with a velocity u. So to understand this, first we will draw one figure. Okay. So this will be the inclination. We can draw a nozzle here. Out of nozzle, a jet of water is coming out. Like this. A jet of water is coming out and it is striking this plate. And as far as inclination is concerned, we are taking this as an inclination, which is this angle of plate with the direction of jet, and we are assuming this to be theta. Previously, the velocity, the initial velocity, which this velocity will be v, and the plate is moving with a velocity u. So this is the simple arrangement, and now we will draw a case after striking the plate. So here we will have normal force present here, Fn, the normal force with which the jet is striking the plate, and this will be two another forces. One will be Fx and another will be Fy. Now if you recall, this angle is theta. So you can find that this angle will also be theta. Okay, so how we have arrived up to this? Because if this is theta, then this angle will also be theta. If this is theta, then this will be 90 minus theta, and this will come again as theta. So on that logic, this is theta. And the velocity with which it is striking in the normal direction is actually v minus u, and it will be a sine of theta, and it is exiting here. So this will be v minus u, and this will also be v minus u. So this will be v minus u sine theta. Now one more thing that we will be doing here is we will be drawing a force triangle here. So this will be our Fx, this will be Fy, and this will be Fn. As this angle is theta, this will be 90 minus theta. Okay, So if you are still confused with this v minus u sine theta, this v minus u sine theta, we can take it in this way, that initially the relative horizontal velocity is v minus u. So we need to find out the component of velocity in the normal direction. So we are looking for this part. So if you see all these triangles, then this angle is always theta. That's why this component, that the normal direction component of velocity, will always be v minus u into sine theta. Okay, so we are done with this figure and we will copy this. Okay, so this is the figure for that. And now mass of water striking per plate striking the plate per second is rho a with velocity. So it is rho a v minus u. Impact of water jet on moving plate in direction normal to the plate is mass multiplied by initial relative velocity in direction normal to plate minus final velocity of jet in direction normal to plate. So here you see this component v minus u into sine theta is already derived, and the final velocity will be 0. Okay, then because in the direction normal to the plate. Now you see, if you might get confused. That why we are taking this as a 0 final velocity. Why final velocity is 0? Because if you see in the figure, it is v minus u, but this is not normal to the plate, it is parallel to the plate. But if you see the normal component that is perpendicular to this, it will be purely 0. This component normal to the plate component will be 0 because entire velocity is parallel to the plate, so this component will be 0. Okay, so now fx is equal to fn sine theta. From where fn sine theta is coming? Sorry. Here, as this is fn, so fx will be fn sine theta. You can get this from this triangle. You can pause this video and check. Fx will be fn sine theta, and we can simply put those values, and fy will be fn cos theta, and work done will be force multiplied by distance traveled by the plate divided by time, and we can simply derive the equation in similar to our previous theory. Now efficiency of the jet, which is output energy divided by input energy, and it is equal to work done per second divided by kinetic energy of jet per second. So work done per second is derived in our previous slide, and instead of kinetic energy we are putting half mv square. Instead of this m, we are putting rho av, and then we are getting the final equation. Okay. So now we are into our new topic, which is impact of jet on a fixed vertical plate that can be blade or vane. Now slowly we are moving into realistic things in which we will be taking a case of blades or vanes. And now first case is when the jet strikes at the center of the symmetric plate. So first of all we will draw one figure for this. So let us first draw the blade. Okay. So we will draw first a blade. Like this. As you can see, it is a curved one now, and it will be a symmetric one. What is the meaning of symmetric? The meaning of symmetric is, if we take from the center then the angle with this tangent as well as the angle with this tangent, this both will be theta. That is the meaning of symmetrical plate, that both angles will be same and equal to the theta. Now on the part of nozzle, the water will be coming out and it will be striking in this way. Okay. Now here the velocity, the initial velocity will be v, and the final velocity will also be v. Now the new thing out of this theory is, here we will have components of velocities, as this angle will be theta, so this will become v sine theta, and this part will be v cos theta. Okay, this will be v sine theta and this will be v cos theta. And yes, one more important thing out of this theory is, we are keeping this plate as a fixed one, so we are not considering the case of moving one. Now what will be the angle of deflection in this case? Angle of deflection is something which is new. That is, initially it was this direction. Okay, and now after striking the direction has changed, that is this direction is come. So what will be the angle of deflection? It will be this entire angle will be called angle of deflection, which is in our case is 180 degree Celsius, sorry 180 degree. Okay, so this is called angle of deflection, and we are done with this figure. So we will copy this into our presentation. Okay, so this is the arrangement. Now these are nomenclatures. Now v1x is the velocity, initial velocity of water in the direction of jet, which is purely v, and v2x here I need to make one change. This will be 2, this will also be 2. So now it is clear. Initial velocity v1x is written as capital V and v2x is written as minus v cos theta. Now from where minus v cos theta is coming? If you see, initial velocity is v and final velocity is in the horizontal direction is v cos theta. And why negative sign is coming? Because this is going into the negative x direction. This capital V, initial V is positive is in positive x direction, and this is in the negative x direction. That's why it is coming as minus v cos theta. And if you see, as far as vertical components are concerned, the initial velocity does not have any form of vertical component. However, final velocity is having a vertical component called v sin theta, and that will be observed in the nomenclature also. That is, initial velocity of water jet in vertical direction is 0 and the final velocity component is plus v sin theta. So this is the formula for force exerted by the jet in the direction of jet, and we can simply derive it, and similarly for vertical also we can derive it. Okay, so this is the part of when the jet strikes at the center of symmetrical plate. Now we will take another case in which the jet will strike tangentially at one end of the symmetrical plate. So we will draw one figure first for this. So this will be our blade, and now the nozzle orientation has changed because now the water should strike tangentially. So we will have a nozzle in such way. So now in this way water jet will be passing through this blade. Okay, now as far as velocities are concerned, we will have this as a initial velocity v, then this will be the components. Orientation is kept as theta only, so this is going to be the angle theta. So we are having this as V cos theta and this as V sin theta. And as far as exit is concerned, we will have this as a velocity V. This will be again V cos theta, and this vertical component will be V sin theta. Okay, so one more thing that we can put here is the forces. Again, the force will be Fx and here we will have Fy. So this is the arrangement. We can also show the symmetry of this blade. Where if we draw tangents from here till here, then this two angles, this and this, both will be theta. Okay, that's why it is called symmetry. This way it will work. Okay, we can copy this figure now. Here. Okay, now we will go to the equations. So again, Fx will be mass of water jet per second into V1x minus V2x, which will be in this way. Now the initial velocity is V cos theta and final velocity is minus V cos theta. From where it is coming? See, initial velocity is in positive x direction. Now we are considering the Fx force. So horizontal component is V cos theta, that is in positive x direction. However, the final component in the horizontal direction is V cos theta but in the negative x direction. So this component will remain positive and this will go negative. That's why here we are finding that initial component is V cos theta and final component is minus V cos theta. So it will result in this equation. Similarly, we can also prove for Fy. So Fy is having 1 as a positive, both are in the positive x direction if you see in the figure. See, here the initial component is also in positive y direction and final component is also in positive y direction. So both will nullify each other and it will become 0. Now yes, it is becoming 0 here, so Fy will be 0 in this case. Now we are into our last theory of today, which is when the jet strikes tangentially at one end of unsymmetrical plate. It should be 3 here. So now the plate will be unsymmetrical. We will try to see how an unsymmetrical plate looks like. So we will draw an unsymmetrical plate. like this. So what is the difference between a symmetrical plate and an unsymmetrical plate? So here in our previous theories the angle was same, that is both angles were theta. So now in this case both angles will be different, that is this angle will be different and this angle will be different. So we are taking this as alpha and this angle as beta. Okay, that is the only difference in between the symmetrical and unsymmetrical plate. So we will be taking a case of tangential striking. So again we will draw a nozzle. So in this way it will strike. Now we will think of forces. Velocity first. So here let us say velocity is v, then it will have two components. This will be alpha based on this angle, so this will be v cos alpha, and this will be v sin alpha. So you can also write down similar way velocity at the exit also. This will be v, this will be the horizontal component, this will be the vertical component, this angle will be beta, so this will comprise of v cos beta, v cos beta, and v sin beta. Okay, so if you see the initial horizontal component is plus v cos alpha and final is minus v cos beta, as it is in the negative direction, and the vertical components initially and finally both are in the positive y direction. However, the angles are different, so the components value will also be different. So we are done with this figure. We can copy this. So this is the figure, and the final portion of today's lecture is the mathematical steps, that is alpha and beta are the angles at inlet and outlet respectively, the mass of water per second multiplied by v1x minus v2x. We have seen this in figure, and finally this portion. Okay, so you can calculate fx and fy in similar way as per our previous theory. And one more thing which is left here is the angle of deflection in this case. If you see, if you need to calculate the angle of deflection here, then initially the direction was this. Initial direction of velocity was this, and final direction is now this. So this was alpha plus beta. If you see this angle, then the angle of deflection will be this, that is 180 minus alpha plus beta. So that will be our angle of deflection in this case. So this is end of this theory as well as end of today's lecture. So if you have any form of queries, you can put comments and I will answer them as soon as possible. So we are done with today's lecture. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you.